Hello and welcome to the demonstration of Franchise Finder, a solution built by Max Mayblum, Raeesa Chinikamwala, and Griffin Sears. We have built a solution using Excel and VBA for any sort of brand that is looking to expand and open a new storefront, and we are hoping to answer their question of where is the best location to open a storefront based on some of their preferences and what they're looking for in a consumer. So this is the interface that we've created for the user inputs. For example, we will be using Starbucks. So we're going to select that Starbucks is the brand looking to open up their next storefront, and we are going to say for this example that Starbucks has already selected that they would like they are interested in opening their next storefront in the state of Georgia. It's more than likely that as a client, Starbucks will be able to provide us with information on what their average consumer looks like. So for this example, we're going to say on average, a consumer makes an annual income of $70,000, and the average age is about 27. So to the right, you can see over here a section where where the client will be able to designate 10 points towards the priorities of on which we are going to rank the locations being offered. So quickly, really, to run through how the priorities work, the environment is based off of the Restaurant Environment Index, which is a well-established index in the restaurant industry, which takes into account many different factors that are considered key to success of different locations for restaurants to open up. Sales potential is based on the consumer buying power per person in a certain county. Current sales is based on the household expenditure on LSE, which is limited service eating establishments. Competition is based off of the number of limited service eating establishments per 1,000 people in a certain county. Average income is putting the weight on the income designated in the consumer demographics area, and average age is putting a weight on the average age which was designated in the consumer demographics area as well. So we're going to go ahead and rank these different priorities. We're going to say that for Starbucks, the environment is fairly important to them, but because they're a strong brand, they don't need to worry too much, so they're going to put 2 points out of their 10 onto environment. Sales potential based on consumer buying power, we believe it's important because Starbucks is a fairly expensive commodity, so we're going to put 3 points on it. Current sales, we don't think that Starbucks needs to worry about expenditures because a lot of people look at coffee as a necessity to their lives, so we'll put just 1 point on it. Competition, Starbucks really doesn't have to worry too much about a competition based on how well they've built their brand. Average income, we'll say that it's very important to Starbucks that they're appealing to the average income of $70,000, which they've designated in the consumer demographics. So they're going to put two points on it, and average age is not so important to them, so they're going to put 1 point on it as well. So if we click on Find Your Next Franchise, we are going to see results for 5 counties being recommended in the state of Georgia based on the inputs in the last screen. So as you can see, these 5 counties are designated as the top options for Starbucks to look into for creating retail space in the state of Georgia. And you can look to the right of each county, and the scores are laid out. So the restaurant RI stands for the Restaurant Index, CBP stands for the Consumer Buyer Power, spending is designated to the household expenditure. Competition is based off of the number of places, LSE places per 1,000 population. Income is based on the average income, and age is based on the median age. So this here is really a useful option for any sort of brand that's looking to open up their next chain and find another storefront in a state. Really quick, just to touch on why we decided to look at counties. First of all, availability of data. There's really strong data based around counties in terms of censuses and restaurant data. However, it wasn't as specific as area codes. But what we really think is important for the reason why we stuck with counties is that it allows the franchise to look a little more into the qualitative and intangibles within the county. So giving too specific of a recommendation would be putting too much weight on the quantitative and not enough weight on the qualitative. So we think the county is a good launching point for Starbucks in this example to look into what towns or area codes would be most productive for them based on what they're looking for in a specific area. Really quick, I'm going to run through one more example just to demonstrate how the weighting system works. So if, let's say, Starbucks again wants to open up, this time they're going to look to open in California, and what's going to be most important to them is that they have a really wealthy consumer. And we'll just kind of fill in average age at 27 again. So they're going to put 0 points on everything, except they're going to put 10 points on income. So by assigning these weights, we see that the priorities are heavily weighted towards the income. And if we were to hypothesize on the output, we would say that our output will rank the top 5 most wealthy counties by average income in the state of California. And so when we click on this to see our results, we can see the top 5 counties being recommended. And then if we move over to the income column, we can see how they are ranked by top income. So it just shows that the weights really do pull through into the data and then create a recommendation based on that. And as you weight differently each factor, there will be different results. So that was a demonstration of our franchise finder, and we hope you enjoyed.